Hello everybody, hope everyone's doing well. I've got a few notes to talk about with this engine here, because I have run into a small cooling issue, well, not to be entirely unexpected, which required some modifications to it. Even the one thing I discovered is this is not an engine system you want to put fuel through. So don't put fuel buckets into this, because it will explode pretty quickly. Well, not really pretty quickly. It'll explode once the engines themselves run out of water, because there's not enough water going through the system to provide all the engines with water to keep it cool. In fact, it can, without the modifications, it was actually overheating as it was because it'd run out of water in the system in general. I'm going to show you what the modifications I made are. If you run it long enough, you'll run out of water still, which is kind of annoying. But everyone remembers this here. These two water storage tanks. Well, if people remember correctly, this used to be cobblestone piping. I made it gold piping because that way I could transport more water there to the tanks faster. And if you remember correctly, last time I was down here, the only pump that existed was this one. Well, this one pump wasn't enough to supply all the water the engine required, so I put that pump in over there. And since which is why this is gold pipe now, because cobblestone pipe can only carry so much water. Gold pipe seems to transport around 4 times as much liquids as regular cobblestone piping. So I put the gold piping in here because with the cobblestone, I wouldn't be able to transport the water from both pumps at the same time. I think I can handle 4 pumps with this stuff, with this gold pipe here, but I'm not sure. I haven't tested that yet. It only appears to handle 4 times as much. But I know it is handling all the water from here, because when the tanks are not full, this is about 1/4 to 1/3 of the way. When you look at it from the side, 1/3 of the way full. But that's the modification I had to make to get the extra water to the engine. Now, if you run it long enough, these engines appear to warm up to green, and eventually, particularly these engines on the end here, thanks to various glitches with the piping system, where sometimes it just doesn't seem to get there, these will get to orange, and there'll be no water in them. But it never seems to get above orange, so it never seems to go red. But, yeah. So that's pretty much it. Just those little notes about this engine. And there's not enough water going through it to put fuel into it. Now you could just you could put fuel in it, run it for a while, then shut it off and wait for the water to fill back up again, and then keep doing that repeatedly, at which point you'd probably want to make about between 2 and 4 of these things so you can alternate which one is on. So you can rotate them around, and then you could do a redstone signal system so that they automatically switch after a certain amount of time. Which actually would be pretty nifty, because I want to build a power plant that has many of these assemblies, but I'm going to be modifying those assemblies so that I can actually safely run fuel, not just lava. Because you get more power out of fuel. But that will be a while before I build that, because I need a lot more resources, which is one thing that this base is supposed to do. To announce the next series here, this foundation for a building right here is going to be a nuclear power plant. It's going to contain 2 reactors. It's going to be simple reactors of 1 reactor chamber of the reactor itself, obviously, then 2 chambers. And I'll be videoing how that is put together here, and this is the foundation for that. And there's my new tower, so I can get nice views above everything. Woohoo, let's run over there. Yeah, the refinery. They're not refining very fast, but it's going. I got a lot of fuel now, and not really anything to use it with. I've been plopping it into the original engine that you see in like the first video, way over there to power some quarries, but other than that. And here... oh god. Ow! Yep. Careful of the middle. Very careful of the middle. Oh god. Oh. Ow! I am going to kill myself on freaking easy mode, falling down my stupid tower. Oh, okay, we're at the top. And here's the view of my place. The little farm there, the cactus farms. There's 2 new quarries over there. Oh, over there. Those are the old ones that are at the bottom now. The original quarries, the original warehouse, the new one. And the sun is setting, so I guess this is a good point to end the video. There's a chicken in the water. There's a cow. Well, oh yes, you can also see that I have updated my mods and everything. Except I have not been able to get the temperature mod for the nuclear reactor to work. That just doesn't load and crashes the game. But, oh well. Have a good night. I should stop the recording before I exit.